Okay, it worked. Sorry, we're like a few minutes late, America. Sorry. Yeah, we're doing real business today. Lisa is in my house downstairs, and we failed to figure out how to do the show in the same room because of the slide situation, but it's fine. And Michael, he's is still in California, in the promised land. So, Lisa, how are you feeling about Roswell, Georgia?
I'm feeling like it's hard to hear you because you're very echoey.
Well, I'll just come down here, but we'll keep the slides up.
Yeah, just take yourself off stage, but just leave yourself logged in. So
Michael, this is why you're part of the team. So, okay, you can move the slides though, right, Lisa?
I can move the slides
Probably.
too.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll be right.
I don't know. Who
Well,
knows?
listen, it's a low budget operation. When you're in the
Yeah,
same house, you don't have a budget for the same house, so it's all good. But you're live, Lisa. You're live in it. What are you doing in Atlanta? What's the hot mess in Atlanta right now? Lisa's muted. So show everybody, how's it going? It's good to see America today.
I'm muted.
There you go.
All right.
Oh,
I also muted myself.
Switch over, Buttercup. Wait, am I? Wait, how's this?
Yeah.
All right.
You all are lovely. Yeah, scroll over.
There we go. Okay.
There
I
we
made
go.
the deck.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. All right.
Amazing.
So we're here to talk about the. Why can't I not like get in the?
You're in. You're
Okay.
in the screen.
Just back up.
You're in the screen.
Lisa, did you tell our loyal fans why you're in Georgia?
I did not. I'm just taking a break on a cross.
She's just taking a break.
Global.
Just
I'm in the middle. You know, I had to go from one side of the globe to the other, and so I stopped in Atlanta.
yeah.
He's on a layover, extended layover.
It's an extended layover.
That is legitimately the only reason anyone comes to Atlanta is because you were on the way. You were on the way.
Extended layover.
Yeah. So here. So what happened? What happened on July 4th? Lisa, other than
Oh,
we got
man.
there with my neighbors. What happened?
We did, and we saw some fireworks. And then at some point in time, the OBBB,
The one beautiful bill. One
Passed.
beautiful bill.
Big beautiful bill.
Or some people have been calling it the big bad bill.
the big bad bill.
Yeah. So anyway, here you go to the So I made this for you. I clipped up a political article for you, so
Amazing.
you have something to say
Amazing.
here.
Amazing.
But yeah, so
I'll remove myself from the stage.
Oh,
okay.
You guys have-
Bye, Michael.
Okay, yeah, you don't. Yeah,
Fine.
yeah. So Lisa, how do you feel about the big beautiful bill?
Listen, I feel like I don't want to steal your thunder because I have the same thought as you do, which is that if you ever have made a budget and you're like, okay, I have $100 and I'm going to spend only $80 and I'm going to like add every penny up. I'm going to take I'm going to be really, really careful. I'm going to look at every single thing. I'm going to cut back on that. Did it work? Be honest.
Did you retire in your 30s?
By not drinking.
Your lattes here. Look, this is
okay,
out of
sorry,
order, but
sorry.
okay. So first, okay, like Medicaid got fucked.
Yeah,
Objectively.
it's a huge amount of money
Yeah,
that was cut from Medicaid.
trillion dollars,
Trillion
about
dollars.
a trillion.
Yeah,
About a
it's a lot of
trillion.
money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, and then as you can see here, a lot of this doesn't actually go into effect till after the midterms.
Yeah.
Weird.
I
don't know.
You know how I feel about effective dates of legislation and regulation. In my opinion, either you do it now or you're doing it never. Do it now or do it never.
I mean, let's hope it's never though.
Let's hope it's never, but like,
it's never.
do it now or do it never.
Yeah, but yeah, like some of this, it's like, I mean, there's some of it. If you read through, 2028, like what? I don't even know what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's some sketchy stuff here. But if you go to the next slide, so you actually you did some real stuff.
I did some real stuff, but that's fine. That's
well,
fine.
you can,
That's
well,
fine.
so in general, like this bill does not reduce spending; it actually increases overall. And as you see in this amazing chart that I found on Reddit, may or may not be a reliable source, but I feel like a bunch of people texted it to me, so it's like semi-valid. Really, the people who benefit here are rich people. And rich people, if you're making $1 million and this 30K is gonna make your freaking day, I encourage you to donate all that money to a nonprofit that you care about that supports the populations that no longer have any support whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'll say this: if you are a big D fucking blue Democrat, and you're making over $1 million,
You better
and you
donate that money.
already aren't donating a shit ton of your money, you better wait, I'm pointing this way. You better fucking donate that $30,000 to something meaningful.
That's right. First of all, I do not earn $1 million a year. Second of all, I donate a lot of my income
It's
whenever
true.
I can.
It's
And
true.
as you know,
Yeah.
I am a no party preference.
Yeah. Did you tell our loyal fans about that?
I-
You told me I
I
couldn't
did.
say that.
Yeah, I
I
can.
know. I was like, let's tell everybody you decommissioned yourself.
I'm
And you just-
decommissioned.
Yeah. Lisa has resigned
I've resigned.
from the Democratic Party. Not because she's a Republican, but because she is so mad. She is so mad.
It's better for me in my perspective and the work that I do to be an independent, no party preference. And that's what I am, everyone.
Yeah, independent, no party preference.
That's right.
Up for the taking.
Up
Lisa is out. You can
Good
you can
ideas.
not buy Lisa's vote.
You cannot buy me.
You can earn her vote somehow.
That's right. I'm
Um,
open to new ideas. Open
yeah.
to new ideas.
Anyway, so we're mad at the Democrats, mad at the Republicans in general. I don't like totally get this because I'll say like if I was making $1 million, 30K would not be meaningful.
No,
to
yeah.
me. But if I'm super poor and I now have to pay several hundred to a couple $1,000s more, like that's like a lot.
It's a bigger part of your income and the cash that you have
I'll
available or
totally-
not available.
I'll totally get it. I'm
Yeah,
not into it.
yeah.
So here we'll blaze. Oh, look, Jen's mad that you resigned.
I resigned.
Listen, I think everybody should
I'm
resign
also,
from party
I'm also,
affiliations.
I'm also not joining Elon's party, just to be totally clear, Michael.
I have seen no details.
There have no details have been released.
Yeah, I heard that like they didn't actually file anything.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
no one really knows. But it's just called the America Party, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's called the America Party.
well,
I mean,
you know,
we would technically, if we were going to start a party, we would call it the America
I would
Party.
call it the Freedom Party.
the Freedom Party. The Freedom Party.
That's what I'm fucking talking
Freedom
about.
America Party.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start our own political party.
Yeah,
America.
maybe
Maybe.
we will. I mean, we
Maybe.
may have at
Maybe.
least 12 loyal fans convinced to vote in our favor. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But anyway, the point is here, like, I don't really know.
Not good.
So the next slide is the latte slide. So like this is, we've said this like a million times
yeah.
before. Listen, y'all, do you know how I have 2 different living rooms in my house that Lisa and I can work in separately that are both gorgeous? It isn't because I stopped buying lattes. It is because as an American, I just worked more and made more money. So I did find on the next couple slides, I did find that because I was all like, why the hell are we not stimulating American businesses so that we can have more tax revenue so we can pay for shit? Like that was my thing.
Right.
And they actually did include a lot of small business stuff that like
Yeah.
makes it like it'll be meaningful to companies in the health tech sector. They brought back the R&D credit, like some of that stuff, credits. There are some other programs like we can do more deductions as small businesses. I very much appreciate that. But in general, like this bill does not stimulate the economy to the point where we're making more money to like make more money to do cool things. Like, and that really bothers me because I want America to be the best.
There's not really like a separate, I mean, I'm sure there's someone who has like a theory about this, but the reality is like, it's just not going to work. You need more tax revenue is revenue. We need more money to pay the
We
bills.
need more money.
We need more money. And we have to like grow the economy, not shrink the economy. So like, fingers crossed we can do that.
Yeah. You know, the other thing, there was this other income chart that I failed to include here after I pasted in all the things that I just learned about relief for small businesses. Clearly this is from Google, in case you guys
Yeah,
couldn't tell.
yeah,
So there are things about stimulating the economy. It's like we can make more money and like maybe we can help Medicaid people, blah, blah, blah. But like, okay, here's the other thing.
But the savings only work if people are kicked off of Medicaid. You can't get around that fact.
Well, I'm saying, well, that is true.
And then to be fair to like my new friends at the Peregrine Institute, the reality
Did
is,
you ever think you'd hear her say that?
hey, Brian Blaze,
That's 'cause she
Brian's a
resigned
smart guy.
from
Brian's a
the
smart guy.
Democratic Party.
I believe that they truly believe, and you know, everyone has perspectives here, that like there is a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse in Medicaid and in the Affordable Care Act marketplace plans. I don't agree, but I understand that as a sincerely held belief. Sure. I don't agree. Like, I think it's like pennies on the dollar compared to some of the big frauds.
I think we just need
Big
to make
fraud.
more. I think we need
Yeah.
to make more money. But
Yeah.
here's what really bothers me about. We'll go back to some other beautiful slide about revenue and income. Okay. So here's the deal. If you look through, and I failed to copy and paste this 20 minutes ago into the slide deck, but in general, the demographic group in the U.S. that totally fucking made out with the BBB, boomers.
Once again,
Boomers.
mortgaging the future.
Holy shit. Y'all, have you
Mortgaging
not
the future.
robbed from us enough?
Yeah, I think we're-
Jesus
I think,
Christ.
I think we got to move on from that. It's just truly like, guys, I understand, I respect what you did in your lives, but you have all the money and you run everything still.
You got all the tax cuts.
You got all the tax cuts.
We didn't cut Medicare.
Don't you care about your kids and your grandkids and your great grandkids? You need to leave something for them.
Yeah, and what really bothers me is like we did not touch old people at all.
At all.
We did.
Everybody
we gave them
else.
more. We were like, oh, you guys didn't save enough money. Oh,
Here's some more.
Here's some more. Here's some more. Oh, yeah, you're not feeling good because of you. We have all this horrible
Listen,
processed food, and we
listen.
decided sugar was good for you in the fucking
Listen.
90s, which fucked us up. We're probably gonna die
Listen.
sooner. We'll just we got you. But instead, we cut like Medicaid, which by the way is not awful people. It's moms and babies, and we want to have more babies in the U.S. to pay for the boomers.
Medicaid pays for most births in the United States. So what's going to happen when you cut those mothers off of care immediately after giving birth? There's no like postpartum, like what? Postpartum?
No, we don't.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Kick 'em
You
off.
have a baby,
Kick 'em
you go
off.
back to work, obviously.
Where do you put your baby when you go back to
That's
work?
what's like. Oh, I think there's like $1,000 credit for having a kid in like
Sweet.
2025 or something. Like there's something like that.
Great,
Like
great.
I don't know if you guys know this, but like
What do you do with your baby when you have to go back to work? I'm genuinely curious. Just like put it on your back?
I mean, back in the day, Lisa, women had to go work in the fields, and they did put those babies on their back.
I mean,
Last time I checked,
that's not
a
great.
little
Not
baby
great.
do
Not
that.
great. Not great.
Well, it like just
Not great.
genuinely bothers me that like we're continuing to just like screw young people, babies, moms, and then
Yeah.
the boomers get all the stuff.
Like, mark my words, like disinvesting, like taking money, taking benefits, taking everything, taking every possibility for like a safe, like productive life and household and environment from like kids and young people. That is not a recipe for success. Like, you are taking the entire country down with you. Stop it. We have to invest in young people and people who are not already billionaires.
Young people who
Please.
can start businesses
Please.
to be taxed.
Whatever
Yeah.
she said, I don't even
No,
care.
we
I don't even
just
care
need-
anymore.
we just need more
I don't even care.
businesses.
I don't even care. Like,
Yeah.
I support
Lisa
this
doesn't
bill.
care.
I don't even care. I don't even care. Fine. Just do that. Just do that. I don't even care. Do something to support people who are not already retired.
Right. Well, I totally agree.
What
Also,
else is-
maybe they should have just saved more money, the boomers.
Yeah.
Why didn't they save more money?
Work harder.
Yeah, work harder, boomers. Go back to work.
No, we can't. Actually, don't want them to go back to work because we are already
Why don't
having
we
it
go back to work?
because we're already
Start businesses,
No,
boomers,
and hire some young people
and be taxed.
and pay them good wages.
Yeah, yeah, and hire young people at living wages. That would be great. Also, this is like devolving, but this isn't even about healthcare. But anyway,
We obviously have feelings about this because it is just so stark in these cuts. It's just so
you know why
rough.
the boomers got all the tax cuts? Because boomers run our country.
Yeah.
But you know what? I also googled, Lisa, while I was
This is becoming the anti-boomer show.
well, you know, I like a lot of boomers. No, here's the problem.
Back to health policy.
Okay, but here's okay. Let's not think about boomers. Here's what I just found out on the internet. While I was also mad about this, googling to make this deck. Gen X, which you're Gen X.
No, oh, Jesus.
No,
Lord.
I'm like the last millennial. I'm
No,
the first
you're not.
millennial.
I'm the last one.
Okay, well, we're Zennials.
I'm the first one.
The point is, we are absorbing Gen X. They're ours, the millennials. We're one group. We are now the largest voting bloc in the country.
Yeah.
So y'all,
Get to voting.
go vote. Take America back.
Yeah. I think the other thing, and like this is where I'm like obviously extremely like what's the word? Very, very bleeding heart, if you will. Like when we talk about like cutting food benefits from people, that's when I get the big sads. Like, come on, man. Like, even with all the cuts, we are still an incredibly rich country. Like, please, like Jeff Bezos, like spend some of that wedding money on food for people. Like, I just
Donate your $30,000,
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
it's like food is not something that we should be making hard for people to get in this incredibly rich country. Like, food insecurity was already a huge thing here, and it is even more of a huge thing here. And I like, this is so, it's such a deep bummer for me.
Awful.
It hurts my heart. Come
Yeah,
on.
I don't get it. Like, and I like, okay, everybody knows I'm like a capitalist. Like, cut me, my blood is green, like money, right? Like, I am into it. Not green like the Green Party. Like, I don't do that. But like I actually
money.
really believe that the government should fund infrastructure, which I consider like I actually am pro single payer, which we've talked about maybe like 3 times. I'm single payer with like Medicare Advantage style stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like we should have like general infrastructure for citizens
Yeah.
of our great country. We
Yeah.
are the best.
Yeah.
Like we are the best country, and
I
now
don't
I'm
want
worried we're not going
anybody.
to be the
I don't
best.
want anybody to be suffering from a actual like basic lack of food, lack of basic housing, lack of basic infrastructure. I just like, come on, man. Like we have a lot of money.
Yeah, we have a lot of money, and I feel like if
People can't work if they're hungry.
people can't work harder and pay taxes
They
if
can't go to
they
school if they're and they
Yeah.
can't learn if they are hungry. It's kind of a basic thing. Like we can do that. Come on, we can do
Yeah.
it.
So argument here is boomers.
Yeah.
You guys should start businesses. Like do something. Do something. Because some of us in the Zennial, like we adopted the Gen X's, but like some of us are doing stuff
Yeah.
and like, want
Yeah.
to like, not just suck off the teat, no big deal. I really hate boomers today.
Yeah.
All right. How do we feel? Lisa, tell us about the health provisions.
Oh man, it's rough. It's rough. I'll just read you my briefing that I just gave.
Yeah,
So
we'll take off our deck here so everybody can see our amazing. I don't know how to do this. Take off the
I'm gonna
deck.
take the deck off.
And maybe
Should I
Michael
do
can
this?
do it. Oh,
No, you just go. Well, I don't know what's going here. I think the screen is bad. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Remove.
there we go.
Bam.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
and he added it back.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's designed to like get people off of Medicaid. Work requirements, reporting requirements, eligibility, enrollment changes, cost sharing requirements, provider tax restrictions. Provider tax is like the mechanism by which states have like figured out how to pay for their portion of Medicaid, which is federal state program. State pays for a much smaller portion than the federal government. What you were saying, I haven't been able to verify, but we think that like the Medicaid enterprise systems 90
Yeah.
10 and 75 25 has not been touched.
I think it's still
We think-
there. Someone smart.
Someone
Tell
smarter
us
than
about
us
something.
tell us, like, is the health IT, eligibility,
Yeah.
enrollment, like the Medicaid,
MES.
MES technology systems, has that been, I think it's,
Where's Kevin?
I think it's in place. Yeah. Kevin,
Must be working.
join
today.
us. Yeah,
I don't
probably.
know.
Provider tax restrictions that they've been restricted and cut back, limits on what states can require for Medicaid payment. It's called state director payments. So states can be like, hey, we actually really want Medicaid Medicaid providers to be available, so we're going to try and pay them more than Medicare. Now the feds are going to limit that. Immigration, risk rate related provisions. So even like legal documented immigrants don't have the same availability for programs that they did before, which is kind of a huge bummer. To be clear, the feds were never paying for undocumented immigrants, but some states had programs that were paying for some kind of coverage for certain undocumented immigrants. Now, basically, the feds are cutting that back or trying to find ways to punish those states who were paying for health coverage for undocumented immigrants.
That's the way to grow too, is to punish the states.
Yeah,
Like that's
woo.
a great way to like continue growing for more tax revenue.
So I have kind of like a theoretical question for you.
All right.
Like, isn't America like
The best?
States are awesome,
We're supposed to love states,
right?
Pro states. This,
And not really love the federal
well,
government.
but here's the problem. Yeah, we're not supposed to love the feds. But like, here's the problem with the Republican Party. Like, I don't even know. Like we talked about this. The Republican Party loves unions.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we hate the states. We're
Yeah.
pro central government.
I'd like to say that I still love the states.
Okay, I still love the states. I love the states so much.
I'm into
So
the
I'm
states.
like, whatever. Like,
I'm into the states. They did some like kind of like trying to offset some of the things that are going to cut back rural healthcare. Like they have a fund.
how come Republicans are pro rural health too?
Well, so they had like a 50 billion relief fund for rural hospitals, but like all estimates are saying like that's not going to be enough. Like there's no like it's not going to be enough to cover like this massive loss. And
Doesn't no one know how to get it either? Like, no
Yeah.
one, like the rules aren't
well,
there.
it's just they just passed it. They made it up like over the weekend. Like it's not like a real thing yet. They just were like negotiating like yeah 50 billion for whatever. And the problem with that of course is that like a fund for rural hospitals is not the same as like business models that work for rural healthcare. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I don't know, everything in current like modern Congress is like horse trading to the nth degree. Like here's a special provision for like your state, and that's just the most like regressive thing. Like how do we get this one person on board? Well, let's just do something just for their state. And it's like I don't like that. Never like that.
I don't know. Congress is dumb.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. The marketplace, they cut back a bunch of the marketplace plans, like a bunch of stuff there, like tax credits expiring, making it harder to afford, et cetera, et cetera. On the fun side, there is some like things that make HSAs more attractive, but that's really mostly for like people who already have money. And I appreciate having more money and more options to save on taxes or whatever, but like it doesn't affect like people who really need to afford healthcare. It's not super helpful. TBD. Medicare, this is the one that is like kind of a big deal. There, if you recall, the administration was like, we are not touching Medicare or Social Security. And that's kind of true.
Boomers.
Kind of true. And the problem there is that there's been this constant issue of sequestration where there's the pay as you go law made it so that when the deficit is really high or when the deficit like goes over a certain amount, they automatically sequester or pull back the Medicare payments. And they've been like doing horse trading with the specialty societies for like the AMA, whatever, for a long time. Like, oh, we're not going to cut physician. We are going to cut physician, not going to cut physician payments. Which one is it? And basically, if they do nothing, like Medicare payments are going to be cut by 4%.
4%, that's not small.
Nope. And
That is
so
not small.
basically like we're still in the like sequestration like drama which has been going on for years. So actually, if nothing else happens, Medicare physician payments will be cut and there'll be a big drama and everyone will be like, the sky is falling, because it will be. It'll be like it's already kind of tight and they're gonna cut. So not
Yeah.
great. And then finally, like it gets worse by a lot for dual eligibles, people who are on Medicare and on Medicaid. So low income Medicare beneficiaries. The high income Medicare beneficiaries do not care about
They're
them.
gonna be all right.
They don't care about them. The low income are not going to be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys might be in the $1 million tax bracket with all of your money and your yachts. So you should give your $30,000 to the duals. All you people. So
And there's been a lot of focus on that,
Michael's
right?
made it clear who
There's-
actually are millennials.
There's been a lot of focus on like, dual eligibles as a policy issue because they're people who are, low income, may have serious
Expensive.
health conditions. Their care costs a lot of money. They just got on Medicare and they're finally getting healthcare that they need, but they are still very low income and can't afford that 20% that is not paid for by Medicare. And so there's a lot of like policy efforts and they kind of just all got like kicked to the curb, like, bye.
Yeah. See you guys later.
See ya. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think Lisa's got to go back to a call, and I live here, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do something. But listen, as
Kat and Lisa for Congress.
Kat and
What do you
Lisa,
think
yeah,
about
we
that?
absolutely should.
Yeah.
We should do something. Maybe we'll be dual presidents. Maybe we'll co-presidents. I don't know.
That's right.
We'll change some stuff, but here's what we think you should do, America. Congress people, maybe try again. Maybe just get more people to make more money,
Yeah.
so you can
Earn
have more
more.
money to run basic things. Because I don't think we should cut any healthcare. I also don't think we should cut defense because I believe that is important. I don't know if anyone else does, but I'm pro defense and pro healthcare and all those things. And if we want to pay for nice things, we just need more money. We just need more money. We're not gonna cut our way out of
And you know what? Taxes is how the government gets money.
yeah, make more money and pay more taxes, America. And boomers, go get some jobs. Go get some
Go
jobs.
employ some
Pay
people.
some taxes.
Pay
Start some
yeah,
businesses.
employ some
Help
people.
out your country. Be a
And then,
patriot.
and then when you start your business and you employ people, then promote the millennial to take over the job when you leave.
What? You don't even need the money because you have all these tax breaks. And you have healthcare. Okay.
Okay, well,
also Wednesday, Susan Menares hopefully will be confirmed
Oh,
as
yeah.
our CDC
Yeah,
director.
yeah,
That
yeah.
would be great for America. Let's hope
Yeah.
that happens.
Susan Menares' vote is scheduled in the Senate on July 9th, Wednesday. So keep your fingers and toes crossed for Susan to be the next CDC director.
That's
fingers and toes crossed.
Yep. Well, this is all. We don't actually know we're having a show on Friday.
We have no idea.
We don't know. So
Whatever.
Lisa's going to India.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Bye, everyone. Bye, friends. See you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.